A tired office worker kicks back at the end of a long day, eating Haagen-Dazs out of the container with a spoon and chuckling over an internet meme. He clicks the up arrow to become the 1,345th person to like it. The chorus of Hamilton sings its final line, "Who lives, who dies, who tells your story?" And the voices hold the close a cappella harmony longer, a bit longer. They then fall silent for a fraught moment before the audience bursts forth with cheers and applause. A couple, stretching out in their sweatpants, cocooned under a comforter, immerses themselves in the quick wit and ever-changing costumes of the new season of The Marvelous Mrs. Maisel. A line of moviegoers shift impatiently as they wait to spend more than the price of the tickets for what looks like a bathtub full of popcorn at a multiplex so they can rejoin their dates inside as the trailers roll. A troop of scouts huddles around a crackling campfire, listening, some wide-eyed, some guffawing, in an attempt to show they're not afraid, as one of the older scouts tells a classic ghost story while shadows from the fire flicker on the surrounding woods. On July 4th, stretched out together on the warm grass, a family hears a soft poof and watches a tiny spark of a rocket arc into the sky and then blossom into an explosion of color that whistles and pops as it tumbles earthward, accompanied by a chorus of oohs from those on the ground. The parents hold hands. In prison, the greatest punishment short of death is solitary confinement. Enforced solitude robs you of your humanity. Group activities experienced in common, such as the ones above, are not just something that humans do. They are a defining aspect of a social species. They are required for humanity. With that in mind, let's take a closer look. 1. Gathering around the fire. Our lives as part of an audience begin even before we are born. The first sounds a human hears from the depths of the womb are those of its own family speaking. After the child is born, he or she hears the sound of a parent cooing, of that artificially high voice grown-ups direct at babies, of someone singing a lullaby. Our mouths, lips, tongue, teeth, and larynx all evolved to create noises organized into a mutually intelligible code called speech, abetted by facial expressions, hand motions, and body language. Our ears, auditory nerves, and the auditory cortex of the brain's temporal lobe developed to turn this bedlam of sounds and images into coherent and orderly thoughts. We are information processing creatures. Speech itself, in the form of a good loud voice, also came to serve as the first mass medium. The urge to gather to hear a story is as old as humankind. People drew around a knowledgeable and articulate speaker to get all kinds of hard information about food sources and hunting techniques. At some point, it was discovered that allegory and metaphor could convey even more complicated information that penetrated on many levels instead of just one. The birth of the audience. Where was the audience born? It was born all over the world in different ways in different cultures, but for the first recognizable community audience that supported a body of magnificent playwrights, fragments of whose work are still performed today, you need to go to the city of Athens on the Aegean Sea, a little over 500 years before the birth of Christ. The population of Athens numbered about 300,000, about one-third of them slaves. At its classical peak, slightly less than Greensboro, North Carolina today. Yet, the minds that were bred there developed advanced mathematics, charted and named the stars in the heavens, wrote philosophical works that are still quoted today, devised the idea of democracy to rule themselves, and gave birth to generations of playwrights whose insights into human life still move the hearts of audience members 2,500 years later. The Athenians built their seat of government on a hill called the Acropolis, and into the side of that hill